arriving in Monterey, visiting Santa Cruz, and that's pretty much it. This one's going to be a lot shorter. Surprise! Anyway, I hope you enjoy. I'm in the Monterey KOA, Salinas, something like that. And I was assigned a parking space down the hill initially, and then because I was coming in late, they left everything for me at the registration office behind me. Well, I was just early enough where the lady had just happened to see me come in, even though everything was closed. And she came racing down the hill, and I was like, Sir, I can't have you park down there. I can't have you set up down here. This is for fully contained RVs only. You have a tent." I'm like, "No, it's a tent trailer. It's not a tent." She's like, "I know, but you have a tent, so it needs to go in the tent space right above." What a royal pain in the butt to get to. Let me show you. So it goes all the way down the hill, and down there is where I originally had my space. So I had to come all the way back up and in and back into this space here. Except this is all sloped. There is no easy way to back into this space. So I ended up parking right there and got the trailer part of the way over, disconnected it, and then pushed it up this little hill all the way up and onto the gravel pad. Boy, I got to work out. Definitely not the best design work for a little tent trailer. Maybe for a tent, yes, but for a trailer, really poor design. It'll be easy to pull out though, sort of. I don't know how. I'll be going the wrong direction. Anyway, I'm set up. That's the important part. I have power. I actually have a little dishwashing sink, which is kind of nice. A nice first, because they're actually setting them up brand new. Which I thought that power over there on that pole was for power, but I guess it wasn't. But anyway, here's my home for the next couple of days. It's actually, you can hear the highway noise, not really a big deal. It's actually kind of pretty. Kind of in the middle of everything. Bathrooms are right over there, so they're nice and short nearby. I like it. Aside from the golf trying to get in. Good Saturday morning, October 10th. I met up with some of the locals last night, and I don't even remember all their names. Oh my god. But we hung out at this little bar called the Blue Lagoon, Santa Cruz, and went to this pizza place called Pizza in My Heart. Pizza was actually pretty decent. It was kind of Chicago style floppy, but New York style floppy, but had more of a Chicago crispy crust to it. Um, it was actually really tasty. I have a couple pictures, or I have a picture of it. We had a Watsonville pizza and pepperoni is what I tried. So anyway, and then afterwards went back over to the bar, and the bar had a like dance and drag show type thing going on, which was a lot of fun, and it was quite entertaining. Kind of interesting space. It has like the front end of it all is like sports bar type of thing, and then this little side room for the drag show. So that was fun. I stayed up way too late. Oh my god. I was trying not to stay up so late. I had a couple of drinks, a little bit of smoke out on the street, and kind of like, okay. So when I felt like I was finally sober, etc., I'm like, okay, it's time to go. Started getting on the highway, and I suddenly panicked because I had trouble seeing. I realized that I haven't driven at night hardly at all since I started this whole thing. So, you know, my night vision for driving is gone. I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna look like a completely, totally drunk person on the road trying to stay in the lines and everything. So I pulled over, I opened up Google Maps, and I told it to avoid highways. And it got me to where I needed to go, and I was like, okay, cool. So I was able to use the brights for most of that, or good sections of that, because, you know, back roads at 12:30 at night, hardly anybody on them, and got home safely. I definitely have to make sure I start doing more after dark driving, just to try and get used to it again, because that really scared me. I was like, holy crap, I don't know. Just felt like I was out of control for some reason. But I was glad to make it home, or back to the campground, and safe and sound. And now I'm going to go see the new James Bond movie, because I had T-Mobile Tuesday coupon for a $4 movie ticket. So we'll see how that goes. So, it's Saturday, July 10th, I think. And I just got done watching the new James Bond movie in the theater, which was an interesting experience, you know, being all masked up and all, and having everybody spread across the theater. But there was a quote in the movie that really made me stop to think, and I'm still trying to process through the quote because it really kind of is making me feel like it came across in my life at just the right moment in time. And not to give any spoilers away on the movie, but definitely the quote is something that it was written by Jack London, who wrote Call of the Wild and other famous books that have now been turned into movies. So the quote is, "The proper function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days in trying to prolong them. I shall use my time." And it's actually, I did a little bit of browsing around to try and find out some more about the quote. And there's a Newsweek article about it, which the article gives spoilers in it. So I'm not going to give you you can look it up if you really want to. But the actual full excerpt from it is that I would rather be ashes than dust. I would rather that my spark should burn out in a brilliant blaze and it should be stifled by dry rot. I'd rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy and permanent planet. The function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days in trying to prolong them. I shall use my time. And he wrote it about 2 months before his death. And there's, for some reason, it just seems like it was really appropriate for me because in a lot of ways, you know, I got to the point where I needed to try and figure out what it is I wanted to do, what kind of impact I wanted to make on life and on people, and you know, what am I doing at this point? You know, I feel like in a lot of ways my life had become just a matter of route, trying to work through it, saving money. I was getting bills paid off, and you know, that way Derek and I could move to Canada or something in the future. And but my life had really just gotten into that whole rut, which, you know, I've talked about that a lot already in the early videos, but I just found it really interesting because over the last few days my mood has gone from being fairly level to drastically low, and part of that is hormonal, but I hadn't been taking my hormones, my testosterone for the last week. So I'm trying to slowly wean myself off of that a little bit. But it definitely hit with me in a lot of ways because now that I'm on my upward swing slowly, stability and so on, it was, you know, I don't know what it is that I want to do exactly. I don't know what I'm expecting. I don't know what I'm looking for. I went out last night with some of the locals from Santa Cruz and had a great time. It really was really nice to be out. I really regretted the fact that I was camped so far away that I couldn't just take an Uber over there and then come back. But I actually had to drive 45 minutes. But at the same time, it was had a certain charm to it of certain satisfaction of, you know what, I like I enjoyed the company. I enjoyed the activities we did. I enjoyed the conversation. The area is kind of pretty. Actually, it's really pretty out there. Is this the place for me? No. But it definitely allowed me to reconnect and say, hey, you know, life isn't so bad. Yeah, there are terrible things that are going on in the world, and there are terrible things that happen to us, and life doesn't go our way quite often. And even the best intentions involved with trying to do things for a certain reason or whatever can go completely haywire and go completely be used against us in ways that we never expected, or that were not intended for. And it's how we react to those changes in our lives and to those things in our lives to know that, you know, life can be okay, or how are we going to make life better for ourselves and for others. And does it involve sacrifice? Does it involve giving of ourselves in some way or another? In a lot of ways, I feel like I did a lot of that, not only in the early years, but even now. And I feel like time is catching up with me. And while I want to live, and I want to be somebody that people value and that people like being around. This opportunity that I've been given to go out and meet people and explore and see new things, and that's amazing. And they're all stone ages like I am. And it's amazing to see where they're at in their path and so on. And some of them have no idea. You know, they're just trying to get through the current, you know, lesson plan, so to speak. And then they figure they're going to start a new one. And it's like, okay, you know, hey, if that's what you want to do, great. For me, I know that I want to make a difference. And I want to be reconnected with community, and I know I want to be reconnected with feeling alive and going out in a blaze in a lot of ways and affecting people's lives means being a beacon of change and hope and positive thinking and kindness. I just don't know. I hope that I can do that. I guess is the end result of it all, but and I know that part of that is just hyping myself. As I continue on through this, it's been so beautiful. This is only going to focus for me. This is what it is. This is what it is. So, anyway. You just have to watch and see when all start to look and find smallest lights as it grows. So that concludes my time in Monterey and Salinas. And got a little bit deep there at the end, I guess. So, but hey, I appreciate you watching through it all. And of course, please, if you like the videos, like and subscribe, and click the notification bell. Share it out there. Next coming up is going to be heading towards some Sacramento, and then back down towards Palm Springs again, on my way down to Mexico. So we'll see you soon.